I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So first of all, welcome back to the channel. I haven't posted anything on this channel for a long time, and that's because I started the business channel, which was Bespoke Airsoft, and I was doing a lot of content for that, as well as running the business. Didn't have a lot of time to sort of push anything into this channel anymore, so this channel is going to be changing. It's going to be the sort of thing that I'll be posting stuff that's not really relevant to the Bespoke Airsoft channel. If you're not subscribed to the Bespoke Airsoft channel, I'll put the link in the description below. And to start it off, this is going to be the perfect thing. Now, if you didn't know anything about this, Giaco Whatever is another YouTube channel. I've been following him for some time. He makes cool things, and I noticed he was going to do this Kickstarter for the Maker Knife. I'll put a link below for the trailer for the Maker Knife as well. This is something that was right up my street. I've looked at Kickstarter things in the past and just sort of scrolled, although it's cool, I've scrolled past them, and it's not really something I pledge money to, but and then I completely forgot about it. He'd done a video on his channel that I basically came across again, and he was updating where I think he was finding factories in China, and I thought, what the hell, let's take the plunge, let's order a Maker Knife. And that was last year, so it's finally come. It turned up on the 2nd of January, and I know they had a bit of trouble with the silver Maker Knives being delayed because they weren't quite happy with the finish. Now I know exactly what exactly how they feel with that, because, you know, on the Bespoke, if you're not aware, I run Bespoke Airsoft. We make and produce our own production parts as well, and I know as much of a pain as production can be. And we generally make stuff in the UK as well, where it's much more a pain in the arse. We've moved manufacturing over to China now for some of our components, and it's just so much easier. They just get on with it. So you'll get the envelope, the Giaco.com logo on there. Have already opened this, so because I couldn't help myself when it came in the post. Obviously in the bag you're going to get some stickers, Giaco.com, a couple of colours, transfer tag, I think that's if it's for like gifts and such, a couple of Maker Knife stickers, and then this actually came in the box, but they actually give you a bandage or a plaster or whatever, depending on what you call these, with the Giaco, I hope I'm saying that correctly anyway, logo on there. So that's a pretty cool feature. Box packaging, superb. Really like this, and the fact that they've put on the box making your last bad cut here to open the seal on the box. Nice clear information there as well. As I said, I ordered the black version of the Maker Knife, and opening up here you've obviously got the Maker Knife, which comes in a nice box which is securely in place. Nice packaging, nice protective foam they've used here, and they've used some foam on the front there to stop it wobbling about in the box, so big plus for that. Quality so far is absolutely amazing. I'll just zoom this in here for you. And then in the box, obviously they were saying they were going to put something in there, and it's obviously a little flathead screwdriver which you can use to tune the Maker Knife. So let's pop this open if I can get it out of the box, and then you've got basically like an instruction manual, and then you've got some spare screws. No blades in the box. I didn't order any of the ceramic blades either. Like I said, I ended up coming back to the Kickstarter because I completely forgot about it. Life gets in the way as usual. So the Maker Knife is basically a way to carry like a Stanley or a utility knife blade, depending on where you're from, and it has a unique feature where it will only function really if your fingers inside the mechanism here. So you can cut, you can stab with the blade and everything like that. It's not going anywhere, but as soon as your fingers inside the mechanism, really dead simple and easy. And you know, you perhaps go to like a shop or a hardware store, is what you call it in America, and you find certain ways to carry these blades. They normally flick out blades, and they're normally quite bulky, or the design isn't really what you'd expect to have like a cool little gadget. I mean, you're going to be using this for, if you're anything like myself and you make stuff on a daily, or you're working with materials where you always need a sharp edge, this is going to be perfect because it can just slot in your pocket with the clip, which I presume is transferable on either side because the screws line up, but we'll soon find out. You can also see his name and his logo there on the bottom there. Nice that they've kept this fairly small and haven't really put it on a big logo on the side. The reason I went for the black over the silver is because, of course, if you don't know, I have a Galvo laser machine which I use for the business, and it's perfect real estate here for me to put my logo on and such, and maybe other bits and pieces, we never know, might do a funky design on there, perhaps something for a later video. And it was here I got excited. I put a thing up on our Instagram, and to my surprise, Giaco actually, I hope I'm saying that correctly as well, I apologise if I'm not, actually commented with on our Instagram post that it had turned up. So the quality of the machining and such on this is just like fantastic. Anodizing perfect as well. Like I say, we make our own parts. We know how difficult these things are. We know about delays in productions and stuff like that. I think these screws are a 1.5mm Allen key. Let me just check. No, they're smaller. Oh, that's a 2. Where's my 1? 1.5 looks like. Yeah, it's 1.5 Allen key, I believe, or it might be a hex key. Oh, we'll come back to that later. Probably should check the manual in the box. So the screwdriver that's supplied, nice little feature here, it's got the logo on, and what you actually use this for is you've got a flathead screw on the top here and you've got one at the bottom, and I've already sort of tweaked this a little bit just to get it to, you can get it so it slides out really easy, you can have it really heavy, so if you're in an environment where you need it to be safe and you don't want your blade popping out at all, you can set it to be quite heavy on the resistance, or light, so it doesn't flick out as he shows in the video, but that again might be down to just adjusting these screws. So I had the knife, but unfortunately I didn't have any blades, so I wanted to get something nice for this, and it's why I actually replied on Instagram. This knife, this Maker knife, deserves a blade that's a little bit special, whether you got some of the ceramic blades or whether some of it got some of the Damascus steel blades. I didn't, however, and I have been everywhere today to try and get a blade that I feel that would be well suited to such, because these aren't cheap, but again, they're not expensive either. So I was trying to get some carbide ones. I did a bit of research, and the only ones I could get locally were the Stanley Fat Max ones, which are a little bit better than the normal Stanley economy blades. But it's funny, I could do with a blade to open this. But got the Fat Max ones, spoke to the local shop. They're going to get some carbide ones in next week, so I'll be able to update them. And the carbide blades last about, I think, is it 5 or 7 times longer. So let's pop a blade in. Let's open this. Is it going to work? There we go. Nice and sharp as you expect it to be. And then to put the blade in, you simply slot it in from the front, and you just push this little mechanism here outwards, slots in, and it's as simple as that. I mean, what more could you want? So now I've got a blade. If I want to cut something, I can just put my finger in, put the blade up, cut, mark. What have I got here? Bit of packaging for and this isn't a video to show how sharp this thing is, because this thing isn't actually a blade in itself. The blades are what you put into it, so this is only going to cut as well as the blades that you are using. If you're using some really cheap economy blades, obviously they're going to be nice and cheap, you can have loads of them, but they're going to dull quite fast. So I'll stick with the Fat Max ones, I'll see how they do, and I'll get some carbide ones on the way. And hopefully the test of time is good for the Maker knife, because this function, I mean, I could just sit in the workshop all day just messing with this thing. It's probably best I don't, because I'll probably end up leaving it out and slicing my finger. But really cool, extremely happy with it. If you haven't already, I'd say go pre-order. I'm not sure whether they're going to do another batch. I did notice on their Kickstarter that there was a pre-order open. I think there are about 200 units left, but extremely happy. Can't recommend this highly enough. I'll put all the links in the description below for his YouTube channel and stuff. Go show this guy some support. I think they originally wanted to sort of fund about 10,000 euros, and they were so successful that they managed to fund about 580,000 euros, almost well over €500,000. So congratulations to them. Thank you for a superb tool, and I'll be using this in everything that I do. So thanks, Giaco, and we'll see you in the next video, I suppose. Thanks for tuning in.